Alright YouTube, hello again. Today in this video, it's going to be a shorter one. I always say that and then end up being 10 minutes plus. But anyway, it's going to hopefully be a shorter one. I'm going to show you a little tip or trick on how to reroute or install new air suspension lines on a car with air ride suspension. For those of you who follow this channel, you know what I'm working on. For those of you who just stumbled upon this channel, then you're going to be a little behind, but that's okay. It doesn't really matter. Basically, this Mercury Monterey I have needs new air lines or a new air fitting on the shock because it was leaking and the rear was sagging. And you can't get just new fittings for it. You have to get a whole new line. I was thinking, through wishful thinking, that I could just splice in the old, this is the old one that cracked, right, for fuck's sake, right there. There's a hairline crack in it. If the camera would focus, please focus. There it goes, right there. That's enough to have a quick enough leak that it settles to bottomed out on the bump stop within 2 minutes or so. So I was hoping, I guess, I could just get a new line, cut the new line off, and splice it into the old connector. But I could only get so lucky. So this is not something I want to be doing, but it's what's happening. So I guess why sit around and complain about it, right? Anyway, enough of that. So basically, the old line runs through the inside of the frame rail, back through there, and it comes out right there. And I was having kind of a hard time routing this through here, and then I remembered a trick that my grandpa showed me how to do on these types of things. It works with wiring too, but for this case, it's going to be air lines. Basically, lay up underneath here, try not to hit my head. There's your old line right there. You take your new line, and you shove the end of it in that hole that's coming out of right there, and then you zip tie it to the other one. And then you make sure the tail is gone off the zip tie. You shove the zip tie in the hole there. Get that past it. If I can do this with one hand, I might have to put the phone down. I might have to reach my arm around the other way too. Here we go. That zip tie in the hole. You want that zip tie to be tight. As tight as you can get it. And shove it down in there. Now, let's make sure it goes down in there. Now what you want to do is you'll get up. Oh, I wish I had a hoist. Get down on here. You want to grab your airline and pull it. And watch up front to make sure this is working the way that I want it to. See that? Both lines move. When you're pulling the old line out, it's pulling the new line into it. This way, you don't have to fish it through and deal with all that bullshit. And see, now it's caught. You don't want to just yank it out because clearly something ain't right. It's catching, and I don't want to have to deal with getting my thing lost inside there without being able to pull it through. So what I'm gonna do here, I don't really want to reach my hand in here because of all these freaking spider webs, but that's so nasty. I hate that. Let's see what the heck I've got going on here. So it's still attached to my line because the line still twitches when I pull on that. So it has to be stuck somewhere along the line. I'm gonna take my light here so I can crawl up underneath the car, look through here to make sure that it's, find out where it's at on the deal. You can see up in there. Come on. Oh, almost had it. Right, oh, son of a bitch. Right there. Both lines are there. Okay. So then, look in that hole. And that's not going to show up on camera. I can barely see it with my own eyes. But, well, both lines are there. Okay. So, look in this hole here. I can't get the phone up in there, so I ain't gonna be able to show you. But the lines haven't gotten to this hole yet. So it's stuck somewhere in between here and here, and I'm willing to bet it's on this weird little dimple right here. So let me see if I can try and fish this out without stopping the recording. And once I get past whatever it's stuck on, I will resume this. Alright, so I basically just stuck my fingers up into here and felt around for it, and I couldn't feel it yet. So I stuck my finger up into here and sort of just did this and moved it towards the back, and eventually whatever it was caught on just let go, and I was able to pull it back. So now I pulled it back a significant amount here, as you can see. And right there, there's my new end of my line. I put a plastic bag over it so it wouldn't get dirty, because I stuck it through this gross spiderweb filled frame rail. So now, pull that through. There's the whole, whoops, sorry, camera work is pretty janky when you're like this. But anyway, there's the whole line. Pull this through. Look on the other side, see that? It's caught on my goddamn e-brake. Get this out of the way. Like that. Wrap that side too, just so you know. Pull this up through the rest of the way. That dangles down quite a bit. And now that's up where it needs to be, and you can't see because the light's gone. But yeah, so that's how you do that. And I just pulled that all the way through the frame rail without having to fish it out myself. I just tied it to the old line, pulled the old line through, and there you go. It's kind of a dual action thing. You get your old line out, and you get the new line in. And now all I gotta do is get this air nozzle out from the frame rail and plug in my new one over here into it and try to get it to go back where it was, but I'm not going to include that in this video. This was just how to run a wire like that. So yeah, that's how you do it. I just bang my head on the frame. Give me a moment. So yeah, that's how you do that. Pretty simple thing. If it gets, I don't really know how I'm going to exit this video. If it gets caught on anything, you just kind of got to fish it out and go slow and just don't yank on it. If it gets caught and you yank it and you end up pulling your old line out but the new line doesn't come with it, then you're really screwed. So yeah, be patient. Do exactly like I just did. Works with the electrical wires, works with air lines, probably works with hydraulic lines or brake lines even. Any flexible kind of tubing, you can do it like that, and that will take care of it for you. But yeah, that's how you do it. This video is about 8 minutes long, so not my worst, but not my best either. Could have been shorter. But thanks for watching, and I hope I helped somebody.